All right, man. As bad as you probably can remember the recent history, Lions get defeated by the Philadelphia Eagles 44-6. Pretty sure it got so bad that people just turned off the TV. Okay, Jamar Jefferson on the bright side. I think he got his first NFL real action as far as regular season game. He did get a touchdown. A lot of things to talk about here, man. But like I said, man, I wasn't as disappointed as I was yesterday with Michigan. Um, like I said, I picked the Lions in the pregame, in the prediction video, but I did say there was a possibility with Philadelphia speed. This could be a bad matchup, and this can happen. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is, man. After what we seen today, man, I wasn't surprised because usually elusive quarterbacks get a Lions problem. In Philadelphia had a lot of speed. Okay, they had a lot of speed today, and they just couldn't get the job done versus Jalen Hurts. Okay, and Jalen Hurts has looked pathetic in past weeks, and it's just really there's no excuse. A rebuild is no excuse for the mistakes that have been made with the Detroit Lions. It's just no excuse. I mean, I just can't use it as an excuse. I'm sounding like I'm just being very repetitive. I can't use it as an excuse, man. But congratulations to Philly. This is a team that was down spiraling. Coach was sounding like a total moron. And they got the win today. So they go, 3-5? Lions go to 0-8. I think they got what is it? I know they got Pittsburgh before the bye. Just at this point, you're wondering, will people actually stop going to the game, and will Sheila pull the trigger on Brad Holmes and Matt Patricia? I mean, Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. So yeah, they got they got to buy it. All right, they got to buy after. They got to buy after this game. So they all should stay there. They all should be working. It should be no off. They don't deserve an off week. Okay, but like I said before, appreciate you guys. Welcome to Motor City Sports Talk. Make sure you thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I see the comments. I'm gonna try to get this to as many as I can. What's up, Josh? I see you. The Lions are embarrassing to watch. Yeah, it is. It's cool. We not this year, bro. It's not cool. It's not cool to be 0-8. I don't know why y'all talking about it's cool like to lose every football game. It's not cool. That's my problem. People got like a rebuild excuse for losing every game. Jacksonville was rebuilding last year and they won 2 games. A rebuild ain't no. Name me a rebuild that a team gonna lose every game in the season. Excuse me, get myself together. Name me a rebuild where a team lost every game in the season. When the Lions were 0-16, it wasn't a rebuild. Disgusting, exactly. I'm out. What did I tell you? He said, salute, bro. Keep the good content there. Crap, appreciate it, Greg. He said, still love my Eagles, though. Talk about Devil's Night on Halloween. He said, Vaughn said it's the worst than the Michigan game, bro. Flat out. He said, I don't. Say what's up here and see you golf. Went to Super Bowl, give him a chance. Man, get out of here. That gotta be the big. I know that gotta be a sarcastic comment. I'm see where I'm walking. They're gonna lose every game. And ask one Pride Nation, ask Mike. I told him before the season the Lions will lose every game. I told him behind the scene. Ask Michael what I said. I told him that they're gonna lose every game this season before football was snapped in the regular season. Ask him. Mike could tell you, I told him we're gonna lose every game. He said, I don't think so. I said, I predicted Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes would get fired before football was snapped. He can screenshot it and post it in social media. Slade made the Lions pay for trading him years ago. That really wasn't this regime's fault. I really thought we was gonna beat the team today. And me too. What's worse than a bum? A Jared Goff. My 5-year-old played better than them. Zach Mouse, the Lions would never trade for Watson. Watson would not waive a trade clause. He said it was terrible. He said we replaced hundreds of players and coaches. At some point, you got to boycott the owner, and that's it. That's it. You got to boycott the owner, but you won't. Just like everybody else, gathered in there today. Everybody spent a ticket to go see the Lions. And I understand you spent your hard-earned money ahead of time on the Detroit Lions. I understand. You got to spend your money the way you got to spend your money. So, but like I said before, I predicted this. I predicted they will lose every game behind the closed doors. I predicted that. I'm not surprised it is the ownership. Once again, they pick. Just think about it. Think about the last 3 GMs for a minute. What? Holmes, Quinn, Mayhew Lewan, and Matt Millen. The last 4, I believe, right? All right. Think about the last 4 general managers for the Detroit Lions. You know what they all got in common? They are first-time general managers. They are first-time running the team. And the general manager is just I hire a scout department. I pick the players. I mean, it's a day-to-day operation and helping manage a team with the coach. You may not see the general manager as much as see the coach, but the general manager is just hands-on as the coach. And then also you look at it as well too. He was forced to be together with Dan Campbell. And think about it. How many other GMs probably turned down this job to be forced to take a coach? Think about it. How many GMs was like, well, no, I'm not going to be forced? How many coaches I'm not going to be forced to be with a general manager? The last 4 general manager of all first-time GMs. And think about it. Matt Millen and Tom Lewan, they were promoted after going on 16. They got a promotion on the Matt Millen's team. So what that tell me? First time, they cheap. And then when they are cheap and they do find a head coach, they bring in a general manager. They want to bring in his own guy. So they did have Jim Caldwell. They knew general manager wanted to bring in his own guy. At this point, I would have took, Jim Caldwell, you're going to be the GM. You can pick your front office. At that point, it should have been that. But if you think about it, the ownership has been downright cheap. Remember when Bill Parcells offered to run the Detroit Lions to show Matt Millen how to run the team? What did Mr. Ford tell him? No. And the best way, boycotts, I don't believe really never work. Hold on. They rarely ever work. But you got people that spent their hard-earned money on these season tickets. You got people that paid their money ahead of time. So I can't tell them not to spend their money. I can't tell them that. So people that bought their money, if you're strong enough, if you got the money to throw away, cool. I respect it. Throw it away. Don't go to the games. And we got to carry that in the next season. Next season is the most important. No matter if they able to, refurbish Dan Marino and make him the number 1 pick, you don't go down there. Next season, you don't renew your season tickets. Next season, you don't fill out that information column so they can contact you about you. You don't show up to training camp. You don't support it. You don't buy a Gatorade. You don't buy peanuts. Matter of fact, you don't even walk in for a freaking concert. Next year's the real boycott. But if you can hold out this year, fine. Stop going down there. Stop coming from Troy. Stop coming from the UP. Stop coming from Ohio, Indiana, wherever you're coming from. Even if you the Eagle fan, don't come here. He said, I was okay today, but the way they lost, he said, hold up, my 5 or 6-year-old played better. That's fact. You can't lose by 38. When we trade for golf, I knew we was going, I got a whole video. And people say, well, you overreacted and give golf a chance. I mean, okay. Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell got exposed today. Well, Brad Holmes has been got exposed. Campbell has done enough to stay afloat in the public eye. But maybe my problem, honestly, before we kind of get into everything else, my problem wasn't the 4th down, going for it on 4th down. That wasn't my problem. My biggest problem was them spreading out empty backs every time they get in 4th and short, like they got Cam Newton at quarterback. Obviously, they should have kicked the field goal. Remember earlier this year, I told you they should have kicked the field goal. And we had a backup kicker. We shouldn't kick the field. No, kick the field goal. If you got a kicker who can't cook a chip shot, he shouldn't be a kicker. Okay? He shouldn't be a kicker. But hold on 1 second. Oh, a little congested, but he shouldn't be a kicker. But nonetheless, we're not going to go back in history. But today, once again, you spread out the defense and don't have it back in the backfield. What's the point on 4th and 1 or 4th and inches? You spread the defense out, but you don't have a threat of the run. You're not gonna run a quarterback power unless you're running an end around. But on 4th and inches, who run an end around for real? My biggest issue is the play calling. It's pathetic. On 4th and inches, you go 5 wide receivers. And my thing in my day, what you did is you got 22 personnel. I mean, even more, you go 2 tight ends, a fullback, 2 tight ends, a fullback, a running back, and 1 receiver. 4th and inches, and Dan Campbell, he was supposed to establish the run game. And one thing he hasn't, and consistently, just like Brad Holmes and Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia, they said we're gonna bring in a run game coordinator, and they didn't commit to running the ball. And Dan Campbell has had the most success since Reggie Bush and Joy Bell at running the ball, and he hasn't consistently did it. Did they miss Jamal Williams today? Yes, but it was needed because y'all didn't believe Jamal Williams was the best running back on this team, and I told you he was the best running back. This won't cut it. 12 carries for 27 yards, 0 touchdowns. Godwin Inyembuchi averaged 5 yards a carry. He did. Why can't DeAndre? He's a receiver. You look at his catching yards. 5 targets, 5 catches, 24 yards. Almost had almost the same receiving amount. He's not a guy that's gonna get it done in the dirty, in the trenches. Not right now. He's not. And as far as proof, Jamal Williams should get the load. The lion's share of the load. And don't forget, they gave up a trade that would have got them, in hindsight, Sewell and Justin Fields. And they passed up a better opportunity for a top 15 pick with Carolina last year because they wanted to accommodate Matthew Stafford. It's mom and pop's mentality, bro. I don't care about Stafford. If I gotta send that motherfucker to the Jets, that's where you gotta go. Really took Goff over Fields and Mac Jones and Mound. Just left the game. We're going on 17. 17 is no excuse, but the Eagles defense only played 10 yards in. And should I have known Houston Texans were going to be competitive, at least it's always the Detroit Lions who have been sacrificial linemen in the National Football League. Blame the ownership. Dan Campbell's in over his head. I think he's losing the locker room. No, I think Jared Goff is losing the locker room. I think Jared Goff is losing the locker room for him. That wasn't his. I don't think it was his plan to get Jared Goff, but then might throw a chair. It won't help. No matter if you got the greatest coaches in the world, if you don't have the horses, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna work. I honestly feel bad for Dan having to take over a team like this talent-wise. I don't feel bad for him at all. This team could have won football. He's lost this team football game. Let's be honest. He's just as responsible as Jared Goff damn near. Even the Pistons won the game quick. Brian Holmes and Dan Campbell got to go today. You probably have to earliest you probably see them go. I don't think they're gonna go, but Thanksgiving. I left after 23-0. I got on Woodward. We were down 38. Oh damn. Hope you found you a nice meal after the game. You deserve it. Watching that bullshit. I predicted 4-2. What did I predict? Can I, Michael? Can you tell what I predicted when I told you behind the scenes? Michael, what did I predict? Can I get what I predicted, Michael? Can you tell the people what I told you? Yep, fire on. I said that 3 weeks ago. People said, "Who's a rebuild?" And with a rebuild, no, rebuild don't come with losing every game or looking like you're gonna lose that game. I blame the Eagle fans. The Eagle fans weren't in the stadium; would have been empty the whole game towards the end. When the Lions left, it was all Eagles fans. Well, yep, I ain't mad at them. If you know your team gonna win for sure, why not travel? I don't know where freeway get you to Philadelphia. What is it? Was it going to like tour over Cleveland to Philly, or it's like Columbus? Yeah, I think it's like Columbus going to Ohio is big as shit, man. The biggest city I drove through was Texas, but Ohio is big as shit. I just went to Charlotte in like 4 or 5 hours was Ohio, bro. An hour was like Michigan, like 4 straight hours was Ohio. Even driving through Cincinnati to get to Georgia. 44-60 Eagles. I'm so dead, bro. Come on, my Lions are trash. Eagles fans gave Ford the money. Don't show up at Thanksgiving. Yep, that's a big one. We have to do better and stop supporting this fact. And you know, think about Thanksgiving, bro. It's terrible Thanksgiving because you know they got the marathon they run downtown. I don't know what it's called, but I used to work through that games on Thanksgiving. The worst shit ever because you're not gonna get home for like an hour or two because of traffic, because of how small downtown is. You know, so I used to wait. I used to be part like I used to wait till everybody leave the stadium, bullshit around, try to help people do what they had to do, and then I tried to wait. But Thanksgiving games and primetime games in Detroit it's not designed for that. You know, I think they should expand downtown. They have the money to expand it. You know, even get to 94 some bullshit. I hated working primetime games. I'd rather work the concerts. The concerts wasn't as bad. But primetime games, terrible. The NFL should take the Thanksgiving away from the Force until they start winning. Exactly. That's a huge step too. They've been trying to. We are Lions fans who live in Philly. This week is going to be so embarrassing. I'm taking the vacation days. Yep, they stumped you. I hope you ain't make no bets. Yes, yeah, 5 wide on 4th and inch. It was inches. Mr. Sheldon, it was inches. They went 5 wide. And it's not to say you shouldn't throw the ball. I don't care, but if Jared Goff take on a shotgun with 4 wides, or even if he go 3 wides, a tight end, shotgun, and running back, if you take a step forward like you're gonna run the ball, do you know? Like you're gonna hand it off? Do you know how you freeze the defense? You're gonna get somebody open like Anthony Lynn. I don't know if it's Lynn or Goff, but I don't know who it is calling the plays or who feeling comfortable. But they terrible, bro. You know, 5 wide on 4th and inches. Come on, man. Mind-boggling. I'm done with football, bro. I ain't playing no more fantasy football, no more DFS. I'm done. He tried to get his coaching staff a chance, but they look real suspect. They're learning on the job. Trey Swift, his ass can't run through holes. Jamal was clear about him. Yeah, but you know, it's not about it wasn't me on Twitter saying about trading them. It was just saying who the better running back. You can use both of them. You can, but I'm all about if we rebuild it. If I can get a second for Swift, he gone. But he wasn't the only running back that went in that draft class that was terrible. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is terrible. Jonathan Taylor would could have helped the Lions, and he easily could have helped the Kansas City Chiefs. You know? So, I mean, we made a mistake, but we like these small running backs. Either they quick and not fast, or they can't run between the tackles. And Jonathan Taylor, and I was saying it, you know, like I said, I would do a better job than Bob Quinn. I don't even need no training. Just give me a capologist and we can figure this out. It's not hard to figure out who. Only thing hard about football is the quarterback position. That's it. That's the only hard thing. And then kids that come from small colleges, from other colleges that's not big football programs. But you know, be honest. You know, he did a great job bringing in AJ Parker, Jerry Jacobs. You know, Brad Holmes got an eye for DBs, but other than that, you know, the excuse was, "Oh, we got to build it from." It is what it is. I seen Goff throw the ball. Oh my God. I don't remember what the first time was, but today I was laughing. He for sure chucked it on fourth down when we ain't had nothing to lose. And he had somebody run up the sideline. That was funny, him throwing it away on 4th down, man. I wasn't even surprised. I was deflated from the Michigan game yesterday. Eagles gave up 133 rushing yards per game coming into this, but we only had like 40 yards. Yep, they was top rushing team earlier this season, but they started to fall off. Started blog immediately. I agree. Sion. Jared Goff is overrated. O-line sold him. Yeah, you think the O-line gave up on Jared Goff today, man? Anybody think that? Because I seen them block a lot better than what they blocked today. It looked like the O-line gave up, bro. What did Jalen Hurts have? Give me 1 second. Shout out to Williams. What's going on? Yeah, 71 yards rushing on 70 yards. Like, dude, this dude averaged over 10 yards a rush. He did his usual, man. Man, that shit crazy. Until the fans get tired of this mess, Mr. McKinney says there will never be a change. Lions will continue to sell out for fired, even for field, I think he meant, even though the product is hot trash. Yep. Stop going down there. O-line sucks. Man, Peter Morris, what's going on? He said Campbell should be fired, went to the game and walked out in the 3rd quarter. I wondered, did you walk out? I was going to tweet something like, y'all should walk out. But I'm like, shit, they spent their money. I agree. And another thing, I take a step forward. If I'm Kayvon Thibodeau, whatever quarterback gonna go first overall, I say I'm not coming to Detroit. I'm not coming to Detroit. I'm not coming to Detroit. He said I was born in Charlotte, North Carolina, but I'm in Michigan. Well, yeah, Charlotte, they rebuilt all that shit. I was just down there like a month ago. Yeah, I'm moving down there. I'm moving down there, but if I can find a nice condo somewhere in the burbs, I'll always stand here. But I'm pretty much looking for a condo, bro. I don't have no kids, so as of now, but my dad said I should get his condo. So if I can find like a condo, I was gonna one in Charlotte. You got like a little backyard too. I mean in Southfield, but I can find one in Charlotte. I was getting my cousin. I got a plenty family down there. Charlotte's beautiful. They rebuilt a lot of that shit. A lot of the Eagles fans are here today. Really was like 40, 60. Yeah. I seen it was a lot of empty seats at one point. I mean, early in the game, so maybe they filled it in. Someone fired. I don't care. Have to go with the QB this year. I feel you about the QB, but I mean it's tough because Malik Willis is dynamic. Matt Carroll lost last night. I mean, I don't know. You have options. A guy like Gardner Minshew, maybe you trade for. Well, they did trade Flacco, but Gardner Minshew. I mean, the guy from the Jets, the kid from the Jets, they winning. This kid from the Jets is doing pretty good. He threw 2 picks today, but shit, he beating Cincinnati, and they got the ball. This kid right here. I mean, I don't know. Better than Jared Goff. But you might have some options, bro, but nobody coming here. I think Russell Wilson is going to demand a trade. Honestly, I do. I think Russell Wilson going to demand a trade, but he ain't coming here. Kirk Cousins might be available. I don't think he coming here. 1 second. I got a narrow throat. But, I mean, you got options. I mean, you have options. You have options at the quarterback position, but I agree. I agree. Joshua next. They definitely tanking. This is sad. I'm glad they couldn't really watch this mess. I watched it because I had to do video. If I play calling was garbage today, it's always garbage. Kayvon Thibodeau can start looking for housing. If I'm him, I'm not coming. Straight up and down. We drafting a quarterback. Just 1 second. 1 second, my bad. I messed this up. I mean, what quarterback is worthy? What quarterback is worthy? He said you did say 0-17. I told you. I just had a feeling. Bro. At least we got the Pistons, man. Okay, Cunningham, he ain't playing tonight. He played 19 minutes. He didn't play in the fourth quarter. I think he barely played in the third quarter. I think they just put Cade Cunningham in there yesterday, rushed him in there so they can get scratch his itching, so the fans could come in. Like I said before, I don't think you're gonna see Cade Cunningham for full time for a couple weeks. I think the team in general has given up over Campbell and lost locker room. I think it's more about Jared Goff sucking, but you could be right. FEA, you can tell they gave up on him. I don't think the team want to see Goff anymore. Exactly what I said. Exactly. They giving up on Jared Goff. Told you. Everybody probably gave up on Goff. Dan Campbell probably did too, laugh out loud. Yeah, he did. He did probably. I don't blame him. Brad hung somewhere hide under his desk. You should trade Stafford, not get a bum in replacement. It's a thing with Michigan coaches, except for State. Real talk, you ain't lying. And the Wings team, they got it right. You ain't lying. We talking about football. You ain't lying. Man, watch the Lions fire this motherfucker and go hire Jim Harbaugh. I'm done. If they lose every game, man. I'm gonna change my color to Pistons. If they lose every game, I can't do it. I'm tired of getting joked on in the free world about these dudes. If I were to draft a quarterback, he said, if I were to draft a quarterback, I would pick it to be in this draft. Later in the draft, he said, Campbell with the live media. Man, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, man, did y'all see Harbaugh's live media yesterday? Anybody see Hardball? Man, he just looked like, man. Hardball looked like he was going to the real big house. Hardball like he was going to the real big house. I think Hardball really want to quit. Why are we acting like we didn't expect it? I think people really expected that they was gonna be competitive in this game, Mr. Williams. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I want anybody to throw deep. Jared Goff, he threw like that seam pass to TJ Hockenson. That was as deep as he threw it in the completion. And then they tried out Trinity Benson in there like he about to start at Trinity Benson. I don't see him after the first play. The Pistons got the only win between the two teams. And Cade was the reason they won last night because they played with a certain energy. And then they talking about injury management. Like, what you mean played 19 minutes? What's the manage? If anybody besides the Lions is tanking, it's the Pistons, bro. The Pistons doing that shit on purpose. And Dwayne Casey's a freaking idiot. If you can't catch on that Dwayne Casey is incompetent, I don't know what to tell you. And really, what's the old boy name? What's the dude name? The GM? Trey Weaver ain't too far behind by taking Killian Hayes. Anybody with a basketball brain knew he couldn't play. There ain't no good quarterbacks. What about Willis? He ain't no good. Kenny Pickett, I see he lost last night. Dan Campbell looked like he was about to cry on the side. He want to quit. Detroit to do that to you. It will break you down. It will break you down. It will turn you to Will Smith and what's the movie had about the businessman being homeless, break you down like that. They preserving K Pistons gonna tank this. Yeah, it look like that. Yeah, like they gonna tank. My thing is, I'd rather you lie to me and tell me he out for the year with an injury. Fuck that, and see him play 19 minutes. Because when he played yesterday, they look like a team that can fight for a playoff spot for Spurs. Even Killian looked a little bit more confident for a while. But the sign of these GMs, they don't want to admit they were. I would have been flip Killian. I knew he couldn't play. Jared Goff, I knew he couldn't play too. When I heard they got Jared Goff back, do y'all remember that? And I did that video. I was heated, bro. Man, just hard. I know Swift is tired of Goff. You ain't lying. He's trying to go to LA. Malik Willis is the guy to me. You still got Pickett, Strong, Ritter. No, I'm good on Ritter. Who is Ritter? You ain't talking about that kid from Oklahoma, is you? Maybe Carroll in a second. I don't know who Strong is, and I hope you ain't talking about Riddler from Oklahoma. Trash. Put the Lions in the Big Ten. Man, Ohio State still coming on top. For them to win, you got to put them in Division III. They wouldn't be Deion Sanders, Jackson State. He said the Rams gave up Jared Goff. The Lions are doing the same thing. I don't think they gave up on Campbell yet, but Brad Holmes fought for bringing that bum here. Facts. If they get Harbaugh as a coach, I'm moving out the state. Right behind you. What's up, Jim? Animal John Q says, salute, brother. The team definitely have gave up. Definitely gave up on Goofy. He's talking about Goff. The line probably pissed because they gave him time to throw and he chucked it 4 yards every time. And that's facts. They played like it, man. They probably talked last night. And that's probably why he threw the ball deep early on. That's probably why. He probably threw it deep to satisfy them. But they probably was like, you know what? We ain't blocking for his ass. They probably went to Outback or some shit. They probably went to the buffet. They said, you know what, man? They called each other. I ain't blocking for his ass. Probably somebody was like, man, we got to block for him. Like, hell, we do. Fuck that. Remember when old boy, the Titans got Rev hurt? I always want them to pull it out on Golf. It's nothing personal. This business. Harbaugh was acting like Bill, but Bill. And I was going to do a video. I'll probably do it later or tomorrow. But I was talking about all the Michigan fans talking about the plays yesterday. That was, the nigga caught the ball. The fumble was too close to overturn. My only issues with the refs was they let Michigan State get away with too many holes. But Michigan lost fair and square. I ain't trying to hear none. I'm not trying to hear none of that. Michigan University lost fair and square yesterday. That man caught that ball, and the dude, he crossed. He if he didn't cross the plane, my daughter nothing but football. She said he's too close to overturn. Michigan State just whooped y'all. Yeah, y'all. I told you I want to support Michigan like that this year. Jada Pickett now got Will crying. I ain't mad at him. It's crazy. Killian is a bench player. I don't even think he a bench player. I think a G League player. I think a Sun Belt player in college. Oh, okay, Ritter from Cincinnati. They don't play anyone. Oh yeah, they don't play someone they keep winning. Oh, remember they put Hawaii in the Sugar Bowl? Rest in peace to Colt Brennan. Everybody used to love Colt Brennan. And that's why I stopped putting them small teams in the championship game or the bit before in the BCS bowls. Hawaii got smacked in the mouth. Bad. Hawaii, man, they didn't even let they belong there, but they had to prove a point. Hawaii had done enough to get a BCS bowl. They was undefeated that year, and they got smacked in the mouth. So at the playoff, if Cincinnati gets smacked in the mouth again, man, it's they ain't gonna let too many small teams in there no more. Carson Strong from Nevada, he's not nice in my opinion. They talk about how I ain't seen him, but if you talk about quarterbacks over the last few years, who came out last other than Lawrence, who's been the first fire number overall pick that you can't miss? You had Kyler Murray. People had concerns about Kyler Murray. It was a question of Jared Goff and Carson Wentz. I mean, you can just keep going on and on. And honestly, bro, you just got to get it right. Dak, Wilson went in the middle round. Kirk Cousins went later on. You just got to get it right. And getting it right ain't just the player. You have to support him. And just like they had to support Jared Goff this year. If you had to break the bank to bring Galladay and bring Marvin Jones back, or if you had to take Devontae Smith with, look like he adjusting with a small frame, you got to help him. If you had to trade for Julio to help him, that's what had to be done. You got to help him. I mean, you look at Daniel Jones, there's really no excuse. They gave Daniel Jones everything from Saquon Barkley to Evan Ingram to Slayton, Cardavius Toney, Sterling Shepard, and Kenny Galladay, and they can evaluate him fairly. And it's over. They're going to move on from him if they're smart to make him a backup. There's no doubt. You have to move. People say, well, you can't properly evaluate Jared Goff. That's true. But I think I've seen enough. And I said it from the beginning, Detroit need a mobile quarterback that can throw. And that's what we need. We need somebody that can run. And honestly, man, it's just gonna be tough. They gotta find somebody that can steam and beam, who can throw and run. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Lamar Jackson, they don't pay him. Shit, I think they will pay him though. Carson Strong from Nevada is probably the best pure passer in the draft. Yeah, I heard about check him out. Matt Stafford is going to lose in the playoffs. I don't wish no ill will on him. Hope he win. Hope he win it all. Fuck it at this point. Ritter is going somewhere in the second round. He has some tools to work with. They probably did. This was an incredibly difficult weekend. My only hope after Michigan was Lions. Nope. Now Stafford on Fox giving interviews after wins. And they did play the Houston Texans, though. The game yesterday now on Neutral Stone Mini one-on-one. Harbaugh didn't even take a chance on throwing the ball down the field. No chances. I mean, yeah, and McNamara was hot in the first half. He was hot. Hot as fish grease in Arkansas on a hot summer day. He was hot. Like I said, at this point, it's time to play McCarthy and get ready for next year. McCarthy gave him the best chance to get back in the playoff race, but that's another time. The referee cheated. No, they didn't cheat Michigan. No, they didn't. That man caught the football on the right sideline, and that was too close to overturn. They didn't cheat Michigan. I'm tired of the Michigan fans crying about they was cheated. He was not cheated. The holes were cheating to me. The holes were real cheating. They was holding Michigan all game, but you know what? It is what it is. They didn't cheat Michigan. Michigan Harbaugh is just an idiot. He's incompetent. Malik Willis has the best upside. How big is he? I started like 6'2". I guess that don't matter thanks to Drew Brees and Kyler Murray. 6'1". So he really probably like 5'11". That joker really probably like 5'11". But Stafford 6'2", so if he truly 6'1", it's it. But he got 21 TDs and 6 picks. That's not bad. And last year he did the same thing in 20 picks and 6 interceptions. He got high completion. So yeah, I mean, I haven't seen him play a little bit. I just seen him a little bit. But yeah, if I'm him, man, I ain't going to Detroit. F that. Regarding the QBs, do you think they would just eat off contract. I mean, it's just that bad. You know what? If you're asking me, if I draft a quarterback, he can compete versus that quarterback. And if he clearly could beat that quarterback, then he got it. I was at the game yesterday. There were so many one-on-ones. Harbaugh didn't take a chance to throw it downfield. Kenny Pickett or Willis is the guy. Lions find a way to lose in the bye week and pull off a miraculous 0-18. Wow. What a joke. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I mean, if you ask me, I shout to Juan Salute. I'm at the point where I don't really care about college football no more. I used to love it, but I just wait till the bowl games. But I gotta watch some of these guys out here. When I get the opportunity to watch some of these guys, give a better assessment. But I seen a little bit of Thibodeau, a little bit of Willis, Stingley, the cornerback from LSU. I like him a lot. But remember, y'all got Jeff Okudah coming back too. So, but yeah, man. All right, man. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm probably gonna come back and do a live maybe in the morning or tomorrow afternoon. Sad day, but appreciate you guys coming in. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Reach out anytime if you want to advertise your channel, business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or you want to do a video request. Want to make a donation? My cash app is CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Other than that, best way to donate. Check my other channel out right here on YouTube for more sports news and entertainment. Goodfellas Sports TV. Check the Detroit Lions 101 playlist, the talk playlist, and all that stuff. I'm sorry, appreciate it. But he said, I knew it'd be bad, but not on ain't bad. It's bad. Ric Flair. Woo, Rolex wear. Woo. Shout out to Ric Flair. I appreciate y'all. Peace.